Hello and welcome here to Woodbine Park, back for Championship Day Sunday. We'll have two semifinals and a finals game here on day 3 of the Limestone City Showdown. Hi, my name's Jacob Ewing. It's the Kingston Colts and the Diamond, two teams we've seen throughout this tournament. We saw the Diamond all the way back on Friday in a showdown against Watson Elite. It was a 12-7 final score. And the Colts, well, they went 2-1 yesterday in group play, dropping their final game to the West Ottawa Pirates, who topped the group. We'll potentially see, we will see them later at 11 o'clock in a semifinals matchup against, I believe, Watson Elite. So we'll have two semifinals and a finals matchup here today at Woodbine. But it's the Diamond who topped the other pool, and the pool we had yesterday on the other field, second in it was the Kingston Colts. So both these teams looking to book their ticket to the finals here later today. We will have those for you. As starting pitcher this morning will be number 23 for the Diamond. So Bilodeau, the starting pitcher here this morning for the Diamond, and leading things off for the Colts is number 21. This is Ronan Bowie. That's up high for a ball. So Bowie, who does hit a lot of leadoff for the Colts, tasked with the job of trying to get things started here against a very strong Diamond team. They had a very good performance back on Friday when we had them on, and that's a leadoff walk for Bowie to get a runner on base. So the Colts rocking the baby blues, and now a runner to work with here as we'll move on in the order. Here's Jourdain to the plate. So Colton Jourdain moves up the lineup. We'll hit in the 2 spot here this morning. And looking to keep things going for a Colts team that's trying to get themselves an early lead. Pitch from Bilodeau will be inside. Ronan will see an opportunity to go to second. He'll make it successful, moves himself into a scoring position. Nice heads-up play there from Bowie. As the throw didn't connect, and Bilodeau will have to regroup here. Saw Bilodeau pitch a couple innings as well in the game on Friday against Watson Elite. A strong pitcher he is from the mound, looking to get his arm going here this morning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Will show bunt and get through again. That's back-to-back wild pitches. And Bowie goes from one corner to the next, moves himself a base hit away from getting the Colts on the board. And it's a big start here for the Colts, who are looking to establish themselves a lead. It's a 2-0 early lead in the count here for Jourdain. 2-0 pitch, shows bunt. Square in the bat, a light one to Bilodeau. They'll have an underhand toss to play at the plate. Got him! The Diamond will save a run, as the bunt attempt from Jourdain wanted to maybe a sacrifice play, but the tag will be applied and will stay tied, scoreless. A nice heads-up play there from Bilodeau to just get it to the catcher as fast as you can. And here's Everett Walton at the plate, hitting in the 3rd spot here this morning. Ball 1 away. So we were supposed to have 2 semifinals games being played right now on 2 separate fields here at Woodbine Park, but it was a bit of a storm last night here in Kingston. So there was the rain. The rain got to the other field. That's a ground ball. Turns, looking for 2. Gets the play at second, and the throw to first will be a tad late, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Walton. And 2 down here for the Diamond, as they'll keep a runner at first. Smart play there by the second baseman to look for the fielder's choice instead of just getting the easy out at second. We'll leave easy out at first. We'll leave a runner at first and none in scoring position. Here's Cody Lyon hitting cleanup here. And with a runner only at first, we'll love to advance him into a scoring position, but the Diamond trying to send themselves to the bats with 2 down. Here's the first pitch to Lyon. Make that, they'll toss it over to first and just test Walton. He'll get back in time. Runner's going to go to second. That's going to get lined right in the back of the leg. He'll take it like a champ and take a hit-by-pitch walk there to move over to first. So 2 runners aboard here now for the Colts and run in scoring position over at second. That's Walton. And here's Dylan Kimmerly to the plate. That's going to be called a strike, as Kimmerly will let that go through the zone. It's a 1-1 count after the first 2 pitches. Bilodeau in a bit of a situation here early on. 2 runners aboard looking to get himself out of it. Here's the 1-1. Kimmerly will foul it back. But now he's going to feel for the ball, and 2 strikes against him, though, has to be careful. And a chance for Bilodeau to send his team to the bats. Kimmerly's got to protect. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Bilodeau. And we'll just foul that off the first baseline. Wait for Kimmerly to stay in it. That's all he got to do, get a piece of it, and he does there. So he'll extend his at-bat. We'll have another 1-2 pitch here from Bilodeau. And he'll be away for ball 2. So Kimmerly continuing to battle here. Facing 2 strikes, moves the count to 2-2, and look to keep things going. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Bilodeau. And he fires it away. That is the 3rd foul ball from Kimmerly, continuing to stay alive here. It's been a great battle. Anything near the plate, just getting a piece of it and staying in here the at-bat. This kid, resilient here. We'll stay at 2-2. We'll have another one, 3rd consecutive. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, got him to end the top of the 1st inning. So Bilodeau will leave 2 runners stranded, and when we return, we'll have the Diamond at the bats for the first time this game in the bottom of the 1st inning. And so we'll get the bottom of the first inning underway. And the first time for the Diamond to get their offense going here. Leading things off, we'll have number one. This is Berbili for the Diamond. And starting pitcher here this morning is that's first pitch swinging right up the third base line for Berbili. He'll turn and look for two. As that was smoked right into left field, and it's a leadoff double for the Diamond. As runner automatically in a scoring position there. That was hammered. Starting pitcher this morning for the Kingston Colts. This is number 32, Edward Walton. So Walton will has himself in a bit of a situation now with a runner in scoring position immediately. And so we'll have Lauren to the plate now next, and he'll hang in the 2 spot, and a runner automatically at second right away. That's strike one. As Walton will start his battle here at the mound. Here's the 0-1. Laurent shows bunt. He will make it fair. Scoot from Walton to play to first, and the sacrifice play is successful, but the Colts get out number one. Will advance the runner over to third. And so a runner base hit away from getting the Diamond on the board. Here's Kano to the plate. His job's just got to be get Berbili home. Just on the end of the bat there from Kano. And will foul it off for a strike. Oh, 1. That gets away from the catcher. The runner's going to come home from third. And with the deep backstops, a sliding Berbili will open up the scoring. It's a 1-0 lead for the Diamonds here as Berbili will steal home. And they're on the board. And just a pitch that got away from Walton. Took a bounce in the dirt. And a very deep backstop here on this field here at Woodbine. That one's popped up from Canho. Looks like it's getting in outside of catchable territory for a foul ball. 2 strikes against him, though, and a chance for Walton to pick up his first strikeout of the morning. One-two pitch. Ground ball. Couple bounces. Easy scoop. Easy tag. Out number 2. As Kimberly makes the play at first. So 2 down here for the Colts, trying to get themselves back at the bats. As we'll go to the cleanup hitter, here's Aubin to the plate. And the first pitch is away for a ball. So the Diamonds starting things off very strong here at the bats. Have themselves a lead in a semifinals matchup where winner will play for the championship at 1 o'clock. That is popped up to the outfield. Center fielder moving to his left, loses his hat, makes the catch for out number 3. So that will do it for the first inning. The Diamond open the scoring, find a run off of a steal of home plate. When we come back, it's the Colts back at the bats while looking to get on the boards themselves. And so we'll get the top of the second underway here in a 1-0 diamond lead. Leading things off for the Colts, it's number 24. This is Lucas Ward. And swinging up high for strike one. So Ward will go down 0-1. Bilodeau's second inning of work here at the mound. Well, 2 runners got on, but was able to get out of it without any runs scored. It's 1-1 after that last pitch was away for a ball. Here's the 1-1. We'll pop it back into foul territory and take strike 2. Now he's got a feel for it, though. It's early in the morning, 9 o'clock first pitch in this one, so obviously you get your warm-up in, but it's still early for a lot of these kids. Here's the 1-2, needs to protect, and will reach for it. Swing and a miss. Bilodeau with a little off-speed, little break on that pitch will get the strikeout and start things off with a leadoff strikeout for Bilodeau here in the top of the second. So here's Noah Bedard to the plate. A bit of a hesitant swing there from Bedard. It looked to be. Maybe tried to pause his swing almost even halfway through and did eventually go all the way through, but we'll take strike one. The 0-1. Ground ball. Gets through the third baseman. Throw from the shortstop to first. Still gets there in time for out number 2. Strong play across the diamond after the third baseman wasn't able to stop it. Shortstop will recover, and a quick 2 down here in the top of the second. There's Ollie Gallup at the plate. Just looking to get on base and give something for the Colts to work with here. Strike one. We'll get a piece of the outside of the zone. We'll start this count 0-1. Gallup will compose himself. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Bilodeau. That goes right behind him. Almost got a piece of them there if he was just a little bit further back, but we'll get past him for ball 1. So Bilodeau will look to regroup himself after that last pitch was on the opposite side of where he wants that ball. Here's a 1-1. Ball 2. That one's away. Two one. Gallup pulls the trigger, strike 2. Unable to get a piece of it as well, so an opportunity here for Bilodeau to end the inning 3 up, 3 down. Gallup trying to protect that, gets away for ball 3, and we'll move ourselves to a full count. So Ollie with a couple of good takes has found himself in a big situation. Bilodeau still looking for a strikeout. Gallup looking to get on base. And a swing and a miss, strike 3 to end the top of the second. 3 up, 3 down for the Colts, and we'll see the Diamond take back to the bats when we return for the bottom of the second inning. So we're off and going here in the bottom of the second inning. It's Everett Walton back at the hill for his second inning of work. And first pitch swing is Bordeaux, and that ball gets down right before the right fielder for a leadoff single here for the Diamond. So that's back-to-back leadoff singles. Well, it was actually a leadoff double in the bottom of the first, is just attacking first pitch there, and we'll ambush it, and we'll have a runner aboard already here for the Diamond. Here's Audette Vera at the plate. He'll also go first pitch swinging, but foul that one back. So we'll start this count off 0-1. And Walton will adjust maybe to the aggressive at-bats here that the Diamond are bringing. Shows bunt up high. Runner's going to go to second, but looks like Ward, who's behind the plate, loses the handle of it, and a successful steal there moves a runner himself into a scoring position, and we'll have a 1-1 count here at the plate. Shows bunt again. He'll foul this one back. So we're really looking just to advance this runner and get one run at a time here for the Diamond. We'll see if he shows bunt again. He has 2 strikes against him, so needs to be careful. Just got to protect. Walton looking for a strikeout, 1-2, and fouls it back to stay in it. So we'll stay at a 1-2 count. And Walton he's got a couple balls to work with. Doesn't need to go for the strikeout right away if he doesn't want to. Can play around the zone. He will, and he gets it. Strike 3 for the punch out. And the first one of the bottom of the second inning, 1 down. Here's Boulay for the Diamond. See if this creates some momentum at the mound for Walton. First pitch to Boulay, strike 1. Gets him to chase. They'll take their time here. Walton will compose himself and get ready. Here's the 0-1 pitch up high near the eyesight level for ball 1. Walton facing maybe one of the tougher lineups here in the tournament that the Colts have played so far. It's a talented team, the Diamond from Montreal, Quebec. And that's ball 2 down and away. So far travels here for the Diamond to come here to Kingston to play in the Limestone City Showdown. You have to think they're going to travel this far. They're going to want to go home with the gold, but the Colts trying to shut that down, who may be the home team here from Kingston, but also trying to go home with gold. That's ball 3 up high, and now Walton needs to battle back in this count. Gotta find the strike zone here, or just get him swinging. 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And it's a walk for Boulay. We'll put 2 runners on base here for the Diamond. At first and second. Ground ball right to the second base. The look to turn for 2 for the double play, and that goes through the first baseman's glove. Runner will come home off the error and cash in a run for the Diamond. Bordeaux gets around after the throw on the double play attempt. Got through Kimmerly at first, and it's a 2-0 Diamond lead. But the Colts do turn for an out, so only runner now on base will be at first. And here's Soto to the plate. The Diamond will continue in back-to-back innings here to put up a run and start to chip away at this score. Walton will look for a final out here to send his team back to the bats. Gets the strike, they'll tie first, but runner will get back. So I'll have a 1-1 count after the first two pitches here from Walton. The 1-1. Runner will go to second, but he'll be pulled right back to first base after Soto fouls that one back. So Soto's 2 strikes down, and Walton a chance to end the inning with his second strikeout of the inning and send his team to the top of the third at the bats, down by 2. Would be huge here for Kingston. The 1-2. Soto fires that one right up the third baseline, and it stays fair. Both runners will look for 2 bases, and it's a double for Soto. Puts 2 runners in scoring position, and he was down 1-2 in the count and able to get a hold of that ball. And so Boucher will come to the plate. An opportunity to even double the lead the Diamond have and put another couple of runs on the board with 2 runners in scoring position. And we'll see if Boucher is able to make it happen. Colts still only need 1 to get out of the situation they're in, but in a bit of a jam now for Walton. Got to work his way out of it. First pitch for Boucher, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, and Boucher, that one's looked to get in through the infield, and it does. We'll score 1 run. And we'll runner at third will stay, won't come home, but an RBI single it is for Boucher. And the Diamond make it 3-0. And runners in the corners as well, a base hit away from making it 4, and it's Bilodeau to the plate. So Bilodeau pitched the first 2 innings for the Diamond, and Walton obviously at the mound. Pitcher versus pitcher here is the battle. Runner will go to second and make 2 runners in scoring positions now. Here's the 0-1. Outside ball 1. Bilodeau, after seeing that first strike, he shook his head up and down saying, okay, now I've seen it. He'll wait for another one like that. Here's the 1-1. He'll pop that one up. Kimberly moving back, makes the grab. Out number 3 to end the bottom of the second. We'll leave runners stranded at third and second base. The Colts get out of it, not after the Diamonds score 2 runs, though, and make it 3-0. When we return, the Colts look to get on the board down by 3. We'll see if they can make it happen when we come back for the top of the third inning. Top of the third inning, but here between the Diamond and the Colts leading things off. It's number 14, Lane Harrington. And a new pitcher as well at the mound for the Diamond. We'll get a number just in a second here. First pitch to Harrington. Outside for ball one. So a 1-0 count. It's the 1-0 pitch. Harrington likes it, fires up the third baseline, and it just spins foul. So close there for Harrington. Almost a leadoff single for the Colts, but will be pulled back to home plate. At the mound for his first inning of work, it's number 12's Aubin for the Diamond. And looking to follow up what was a successful 2 innings from Bilodeau in the starting job. The 1-1. Down low in the dirt for ball 2. So Harrington will step away. Got a feel for the ball after he fouled one off just barely. He'll look to fix that up and keep the next one fair. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's away for ball 3, and Aubin needs to find the strike zone here, or it'll be a leadoff walk potentially for Harrington, which would be huge for the Colts. Give a runner on base. 3-1. Harrington on the end of it, up the third base line, and it will stay fair ball. Harrington will go to second, and it's a leadoff double for the Colts. And that's what they needed. Beautiful hit there from Harrington. The first one spun foul. This one stays fair. And so runner and scoring position to start things off here for the Colts, looking to get on the board and chip their way, chip off a couple runs here of the lead for the Diamond. Here's Quinn to the plate. First pitch, ground ball, past the mound, right to second, takes a good bounce, throw to first, gets there in time, will advance the runner, though, to third. So the Diamond will get out number 1, but not before runner advances to third, a base hit away here. As we go back to the top of the order here for the Colts, it's Ronan Bowie. And so the top of the order looking to cash in a run. First pitch to Bowie. Strike 1. Clips the outside. And we'll have the 0-1. Bowie pulls it to first. Hard take on the ground ball. It's a race for the first base bag, and he's safe. He beats the throw, and Harrington will come around. And the Colts get on the board. It's an RBI for Ronan Bowie and a 3-1 ball game. And a nice bit of speedy action there from Bowie after the infielder fumbled the ball. It was basically just a foot race to first base, and Bowie wins it. Here's Showdown at the plate. Strike 1, the call. As now Aubin comes into this game and has found an out, but also a run against him still. Tying run now at home plate for the Colts, down by 2. A turn and fire to first, and Bowie will slide back in time. Gets his beautiful white pants and baby blue jersey all dirty as well. It was a storm here last night, so some of this dirt is a little bit muddy. Focus back up under the plate. 0-1. On the end of the bat of Showdown. Backhand by the shortstop. Looks to turn for 2. Gets 1. Won't get the out at first, so it'll be a fielder's choice there for Showdown. 2 down. And runner will only be at first after they got the out at second. So Bowie will be sent back to the dugout, and here's Everett Walton, who his service at the mound has finished up after 2 innings. Allowed 3 runs. And looking to make something happen here with his second at-bat of the game. That ball started almost near going right at Walton, broke in, but not enough break on it for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Walton will stare it down, and as that one dipped rapidly for ball 2. So a 2-0 early lead here for Walton. We'll see if he can use it. Alban needing to throw probably a strike in either the next pitch or has to be one of the next 2. So we'll see if Walton looks for it. Wants potentially a fastball is what he's waiting on. That throw to first, the tag, got him! They pick off runner at first after an aggressive leadoff there from Jourdain to end the top of the 3rd. And that's a tough play, but a beautiful throw from the mound to first to end the top of the 3rd inning. The Diamond will send themselves back to the bats, but the Colts get on the board. It's 3-1 when we return. Question for you guys. Is Ollie's last name Gallup? That's how it's pronounced? Okay, I just didn't want to make sure I was wrong. Okay. Ooey. Okay, that's also good to know. Thank you. Yeah, if there's any names, just let me know. McCarty? McCarty. Okay, yes, that was the other name that I was really struggling with. Most of the time I was just saying Quinn because I really didn't want to get it wrong. McCarty, though, thank you for that. That's good to know. The catcher's last name is Perfect. Got it. Got it. And so we'll get him underway here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. New pitcher coming into this game after Walton had his 2 innings of work. It's Ollie Gallup to the mound, and leading things off here for the Diamond is Turgeon. First pitch will show bunt, reach for it, strike 1. Won't be able to connect. And so the Colts now down by 2, chipped away a run in the top of the 3rd. Would like to keep this game as close as possible. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Gallup. Strong pitcher he is, and gets the call, strike 2. Early lead here for Gallup. We'll start 0-2. And a chance for a leadoff strikeout to start the morning off for Gallup successfully at the mound. Turgeon going to start the battle. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it back. We'll stay at 2 strikes. And so we'll focus back up here for the another 0-2, and just gets a piece of it. Turgeon quite lucky there. That one was low in the zone and almost probably below the zone, and able to just chip it away for a foul ball. He'll stay on 0-2. We've seen 4 pitches so far and 4 strikes. 0-2 pitch once more. Popped up from Turgeon. Bedard moving to his right and makes the catch after almost tripping over the third base bag for out number 1. So a first quick out here for the Colts. Looking to keep things clean as we'll go back to the top of the order here for the Diamond. It's Borbile. And so Borbile will get set up in the box and set up to face Gallup. First pitch. Up high for ball 1. Gallup looking strong here so far. Really attacked the strike zone in the first count. We'll see if he's a strike zone aggressive here, which the Diamond could adjust to if he does decide to go down that route. We'll just miss low and give this count an early lead here for Borbile with 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's 3 balls in a row there delivered from Gallup. Needs to battle back here. We know we can find the strike zone after the first count. We'll see if he can find it here. Borbile, you gotta think he's gonna maybe not pull the trigger on this one. And he wanted to make it a 4-pitch walk as Borbile took a couple steps towards the first base bag, but the umpire will pull him right back to home plate with strike 1. Make it a 3-1 count here. Gallup starts his battle. 3-1 pitch. Fly to center field. And gets there in time for out number 2. And a nice catch there out in center. I believe that's number 23, which would be Cody Lyon. And so we'll move on to the order. Here's Laurent for the Diamond. With 2 down, no runners on any bases, the Colts looking to retire the side in order. And first pitch from Gallup. Strike 1. No doubt about it. Right down the middle. Now Lawrence Seaton. As we'll have an 0-1 pitch. And good take there from Laurent as he'll stare it down. Goes just below the strike zone, the call for ball 1. So we'll split the first 2 pitches, 1 and 1. 2 good pitches. Could go either way in the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Gallup. Swing and a miss by Laurent, strike 2. Heavy slice there. Not able to connect, and now he's 2 strikes down. Gallup looking to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. The 1-2. Popped up from Laurent, getting down rapidly. The shortstop makes the grab and will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. The Colts retire the side in order. When we return, send themselves to the bats. They got 1 in the top of the 3rd. We'll see how many they get in the top of the 4th when we return.
Yeah.
Top of the fourth inning here between the Diamond and the Colts. It's Everett Walton in the leadoff spot here in the top of the fourth inning. We'll start things off. Look to start things off successfully. It's his second at-bat here in this game. Hits in the third spot in the lineup. Was also our starting pitcher this morning here for the Colts. And a heavy chop there from Walton. He liked that pitch, just not able to connect, and it's a 1-1 count. So Walton will adjust and wait for the next pitch. The 1-1. We'll stare it down. Nice take there from Walton. He'll earn himself ball two. Alban back at the mound for his second inning. As it's been a pretty defensive game here. We've seen some high-scoring games so far this weekend in the Limestone City Showdown, but here in the semifinals between two really good teams, Walton pulls it right to left field for a leadoff single. And the Colts, who are trying to chip away here on the lead that the Diamond have tying run at home plate, and Walton at first. But as I was saying, looks like it's going to be a very defensive game, potentially. Lower scoring than some of these games we've seen here so far this weekend. Here's Cody Lyon to the plate. Strike one, just takes that one looking. That was pretty prime down the middle, but now we've seen it, and he can adjust. Knows what to wait for. Here's the 0-1 from Aubin. A little bit of break on that pitch. Line goes swinging after it started to break back inside. We'll foul it off. We'll get a piece of it for strike two, and now he's 0-2 down. Needs to protect here. An early lead for Aubin, looking for the finish. The 0-2 pitch. Gets him. Strike three. And a three-pitch strikeout there for Aubin for out number one. And here's Dylan Kimmerly to the plate. Runner's going to go to second. Kimmerly going to pop it up. Looks to be riding to the dugout, and it will get into the Colts dugout, so no one's able to get there, and will be strike one off the foul ball from Kimmerly. Here's the 0-1 to Kimmerly. He goes swinging through the mound, gets to second, and will bobble it, throw to first, will get him. So it will just advance the runner here for the Colts, but that moves one into a scoring position after it could look like it could even potentially turn into a double play after that ball was almost hit right to second base, but we'll see out number two in the top of the fourth, and a runner at second. Colts would love to get him around and cash in a run. First pitch swinging. It's Ward. Ground ball. Throw to first to end the top of the fourth in time. The Diamond leave runners stranded at second base and get out of it still with a 3-1 ball game. When we return for the bottom of the fourth, it's the Diamond back at the bats, looking to extend their lead.
Cuando se van, no, para tirar la pelota cuando una... Para no, porque si no se gana la...
Ben, c'est sûr qu'il y a un time limit. Ouais, c'est ça, ça va vite, là. Ben, c'est ça. Ben, peut-être que tout le monde est 6.
On est début de...
Ça roule, là. Ouais, ben, tant mieux.
Ah, sí, ese chiquito que tiraba las pelotas así. Puede ser que sea el tercero, porque ese sí es para sí. Ok, ben on va pour les diamonds. On va pour les diamonds.
Let's go, Diamond!
And it's the fourth inning. Pardon me, the bottom of the fourth inning underway here between these two teams, leading things off for the Diamond is Canho. That's a lightly hit ball in the infield. Throw to first will be skied over top. Be a lead single ball very lightly. And so a lead on. Single will put a runner on first base, and now the Diamond have someone to work with, and Gallup's got someone to worry about. First pitch, strike one. As it's Albin at the plate for his second at-bat of the game, and well, a pitcher versus pitcher battle, as he's also the pitcher. He unloads on that one way into foul territory. Looks like it was launched back into the parking lot, which is now always not fun to see, but 0-2 down here early for Albin. Gallup looking for a strikeout here. Be huge for the Colts if he can find it. 0-2 pitch. Up high, ball one. Has some balls to work with, though, so he doesn't have to throw the strike right away. Kind of play with the mind games with Albin. It's always a pitcher versus batter mental battle, always, when someone's at the plate. Here's a 1-2 from Gallup. Little break ball. Tries to break in. Throw from Bedard, 5-3 to beat the runner. Nice play cross diamond for out number 1. And so runner will be able to advance to second in a scoring position, but here comes Bordeaux to the plate. And now runner to worry about over at second. First pitch to Bordeaux, strike 1, clips the outside. So we'll start this count off 0-1. So Gallup had an early lead in the last count, looking to get himself another one here. Aggressive leadoff over there at second. Doesn't bite, throws the pitch. That's a ground ball. Right to the shortstop. The scoop, needs to play quick to first. Gets it in time for out number 2. And a solid play there from the shortstop. I believe that looked like number 14, Lane Harrington. So 2 down. Here's Adet Tavera to the plate. Trying to keep things alive. Runner at third here for the Diamond. A base hit away from extending their lead. First pitch outside, ball 1. And Gallup taking his time here. Here's the 1-0. Will just miss low for ball 2. And an early lead here for Adet Tavera at the plate. And we'll have a 2-0 count here for Gallup. Needs to find the strike zone, and this is a ground ball, a bouncer. Bedard can't able to grasp it, and it will score a run as Canho comes around. So it's an RBI and probably a single there for Adet Tavera. And the Diamond extend their lead. It's now 4-1. And here's Boulay at the plate. That's a tough play for Bedard to make. You're scrambling, thinking that you know the run's coming home. It's in the back of your mind. And you have to throw cross diamond to beat the runner. Runner's gonna go to second. The throw, the tag. Just a tad late. A successful steal there for the Diamond. Move a runner into scoring position over at second base. Nice toss though behind the plate there by Ward. Almost got him. As it is, we've seen a lot of stealing attempts from first to second this whole entire tournament, and there hasn't been a ton of outs. It's been a lot of successful steals for every team we've seen play here. That's up high for a ball on Boulay. It's a 2-0 early lead here for Boulay. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Heavy slice there from Boulay. Not able to connect, so he'll go 2-1. And Gallup starts his battle back into this count. Here's a 2-1. Popped up, going into foul territory, so we'll see strike 2 in the count. And an opportunity for Gallup to end the inning with a strikeout. 2-2 going both ways, and Gallup trying to send his team back to the bats and leave a runner stranded at second. Here's a 2-2 pitch. And they'll turn and throw to runner over at second and make sure he's not getting too aggressive up the base path. And Ollie will make his way back to the mound here and focus up. 2-2. Fouled back by Boulay. He'll stay in it, way to battle and protect. So that could have been the dagger for strike 3, but we'll stay at a 2-2 count. Another 2-2 pitch here. That's over the head of Boulay. Runner's gonna go to third. The throw took a bounce off the dirt and wasn't able to be handled there. So a successful steal from Adet Tavera will get him over to third base, a base hit away from extending the lead here for the Diamond, but with only one strike needed right now and a full count here at the plate, a chance for Gallup to get his team out of it. The payoff pitch. Strike three, got him to end the inning. Runner stranded at third, and the Colts get out of it. Only down by 3 will send themselves back to the bats. They'll see if they can get the offense going when we return for the top of the 5th inning.
It's outside, Mike. The guy left on the wrist outside. Outside ground.
Le strike qui l'a collé, là, il fallait qu'il marche. Ah non, non, non.
Jacob. 1.
Pardon?
2-1.
4? 4, I have 4-1.
4-1, okay.
Yeah.
I don't keep track of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. Let's go, Diamond!
Come on, again!
Potential final 2 innings between these two teams as we reach the top of the 5th. Leading things off here is Noah Bedard, new pitcher into the game as well for the Diamond. As Bedard goes first pitch swinging, sends that one to left field, it gets down. Way to ambush it. Bedard with a leadoff single gives a runner for the Colts to work with. That's exactly what they need right now. Let's create some momentum. So the Colts, so runner over at first, and here's Ollie Gallup, who had pitched the last 2 innings, did a very successful job, and will look to bring some of that success here to his second at-bat of the game. At the mound, I believe this is Canho for the Diamond. That pitch had a lot of break on it. Will break outside, though, for a ball. One-0. Gallup takes it on the inside for ball 2. He'll focus back up here in a 2-0 count. Canho trying to get his arm going, and that's 3 straight balls for Gallup. Will have an opportunity to get himself a 4-pitch walk, potentially would move runners to second and first. And Canho needs to find the strike zone now. Starting his battle, here's the 3-0 pitch. That gets him up high for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk for Ollie Gallup. Moves runners to one into a scoring position and Gallup to first. And this is the inning the Colts needed here in the top of the 5th. Get the offense going. Here's Lane Harrington coming to the plate. So Harrington, the lefty, will try to take advantage of Canho, the righty. First pitch to Harrington. Will stare it down. It clips the outside for a strike. 0-1. Harrington will foul that one back for strike 2. So he's on it. And now he's 0-2 down. Needs to protect. And we'll have an 0-2 pitch from Canho. Looking to finish him off. Ground ball from Harrington. Screw from short. They'll get one at second. Looking for the double play. Won't get it. Harrington will be safe. It's a fielder's choice for him. And we'll advance Bedard over to third and put runners in the corners here for the Colts to base it away from getting their first run here in the top of the 5th. And here's McCarty to the plate. So McCarty an opportunity to get himself an RBI with a base hit here. That's gotta be what he's looking for. First pitch, runner's gonna go to second. That's a beautiful pitch. It broke right back to the plate for strike 1. That's hard to, I don't mind the take there from McCarty. Sees the movement that Cano can bring. Now he's got to look for that. Here's the 0-1. And he throws it again. Moves from the inside all the way to the outside, and that's strike 2. 2 pitches hard to hit here, and now McCarty's 0-2 down, needs to protect. Time will be called, and he'll step away and compose himself here. Just calm things down and focus back up on with the task at hand. 2 runners in scoring position. That one dips away and takes a bounce off the catcher's padding, but won't matter. Deep backstops here on this field, so if anything gets through, you have to think maybe Bedard comes home and takes a chance at it. 1-2. And throws it again, strike 3. Wow. 3 beautiful strikes there from Canaho. Gets his first strikeout here in the top of the 5th. And that ball had a punch of movement on it. Very hard to hit there. And here's the lefty, Ronan Bowie, to the plate. As we go back to the top of the order here for the Colts. And with 2 outs, the Diamonds trying to keep 2 runners stranded at third and second. First pitch. Swinging for Bowie, strike 1. Unable to connect. Saw something he liked. Here's the 0-1. That one's away for a ball. After seeing the type of pitches that Canaho can throw after the last batter against McCarty, you have to think Bowie takes note of that and maybe looks for it. Here's the 1-1. A heater, strike 2. A little late on it was Bowie. And now he's 2 strikes against him and a chance to leave 2 runners stranded and send his team to the bats. Bowie needs to protect. Trying to stay alive. The 1-2. Contact to center field. Looking to get up the gap, and it does. Bedard will score. Another runner comes around. The throw to second, a minute close called. He's safe. He slides in. Oh, yeah. It's 2 RBIs and a double for Ronan Bowie. And the Colts have made it a 1-run game. And down with 2 strikes, needed to come up big, and why not hit it right through the gap up the alley. Gets it between center and left, and the score now 4-3. And tying run on second base in a scoring position. Here's Jaudoin to the plate. Colton Jaudoin trying to tie up the game. Ball one away. (1-0). Able to break back in and get a piece of the plate there, the call for strike one. That's a hard pitch to hit. The 1-1 from Canho. Fired into the foul territory off the third base line, but tad late there from Jaudoin will gets a piece of it now, and now knows what he likes. Knows what it feels like. We'll see if he can get the next one square. 2 strikes against him, though. Got to protect here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And he does protect, gets a piece of it. That's huge from Colton Jaudoin. As a focus back up instead of 1-2. Looking to do more of the same of what he did on the last pitch, or even just find something in fair territory. The 1-2 inside, gets hit with it on the foot, the call. As he limps over to first, this will be a walk here for Jaudoin, who was 2 strikes down. And way to win a count. Even if you get hit with a pitch, you'll take it, as he'll walk it off and put runners at first and second now. So Everett Walton will come to the plate, and it looks like Coach will come out of the dugout and have a discussion with Canho at the mound and his pitcher and make that the infield. So the infield will come and meet here for the diamond, discuss how to go about this. In a close game, our winner will advance to the championship game here at 1 o'clock. We'll have another semifinals game after this one with the West Ottawa Pirates and the team that came second in the other pool. I'm not sure who that is. It's either the Orleans Red Sox, the Watson Elite, or the Brockville Braves. I believe it is Watson Elite after looking at the scores last night. We'll find out, though, soon. You won't want to miss that game, as we'll find out who will play in the championship against the winner of this one. Walton will take time, and he'll move his way back into the box here and get his third at-bat here of the game underway. First pitch looking, clips the outside for strike one. Now he's seen it, though. Here's the 0-1. Walton gets a piece of it, fires it to right field. Runner will get the wave home. The throw is not there. The throw to third, not there either. Safe with the slide. It's an RBI single for Everett Walton, and the Colts have tied the ball game at 4. And a chance even to take the lead with a runner at third. That is a huge hit there from Everett Walton. And here's cleanup hitter Cody Lyon to the plate. Looking to take the lead here. And it would be the first lead of the ball game for the Colts if they're able to find it. And a base hit away from doing so. Here's a Lyon. Time will be called. It'll take a moment here. And Lyon steps back in. First pitch to Cody from Cano, who's just looking to get his team out of it at this point with 2 outs. Turns and fires to first, and Walton will walk back to first. He'll test Walton once more. Gotta be careful that doesn't get through. That was a dangerous one. Took a balance of the dirt before getting to Bordeaux over at first. Able to hold on to it though. Well, maybe that's Bilodeau over at first, one of the two. Nonetheless, gotta be careful when tossing it to first, as if that gets through, runner will come home from third, you have to think. Here's the first pitch to line. Nope, make that another pickoff attempt over at first, third in a row here. Not wanting to throw a pitch to line. Has delayed the at-bat here. And now first pitch to line. That gets through. Runner will come home. This is to take the lead for the Colts, and they'll make it successful. Jardouin comes around, and the Kingston Colts have their first lead here in the semifinals. And they are fired up. Great battle. Came into this inning down by 3 and are now up by 1. And a runner at second, trying to take it and make it a 2-run game. Up high on line for ball 2. Sat bat for Cody Linesman. But a bit of a long one after we had 3 pickoff attempts to start off, and then a wild pitch that got through the catcher. And away, runner came home. 2-0 count. Line pops it up and comes right back to me for strike 1. Up high, ball 3. Walton will go to third. Gets there. With lots of time. And now, Lyon a chance to put runners in the corners here if one more ball comes through. And Canho is probably in his own head right now. Needs to figure something out. Just needs to calm down here from the plate. From the mound, pardon me. And find his pitch. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. Lyon will take over to first. And here's Dylan Kimmerly. They're trying to continue the party here for the Colts. As the Diamond just trying to get out of the inning. Trying to tread water. Now down by 1. As their lead, which once was 3, now no more. And time will be called, and the coach will come to talk with the infield. And we'll see if that might do it for Canho at the mound, and it will. That does it for Canho. He went 2/3 inning, couldn't get out of the top of the 5th. And it looks like we'll have a new pitcher coming to this game for the Diamond. Just trying to get them out of it. As warming up here for the Diamonds, number 37, Bordeaux. So Bordeaux will come into this game in relief. The 4th pitcher the Diamond will use so far this game. And the righty will take some warm-up pitches. Comes into this game in a little bit of a pinch with runners at third and first. And the Colts base it away from getting a 2-run lead, which is only 1 right now. So trying to create themselves a bit more of a cushion. And so Bordeaux will be all warmed up, and we'll get this game resumed here in the top of the 5th. Kimberly, third at-bat of this game, will take to the plate. So 2 outs after Canho couldn't finish it off. Here's Bordeaux to try to make it happen. Time will be called, and a little communication there from the catcher and the pitcher. Make sure they're on the same page. And we'll focus back up here with Kimberly. Runner will go to second. Kimberly will hold off. Their throw to second gets through, and you keep an eye there at Walton over at third to see if he makes the dart home. Won't go. He'll stay, and 2 runners now in scoring position here for the Colts. So a 1-0 count here for Kimberly. Time will be called. A lot of time has been called recently here in this one. The Diamond just trying to get a refresh here. Popped up from Kimberly. Looks like it's getting into foul territory, and it will for a strike. As it popped back up to all the fans back here. And the West Ottawa Pirates coach unable to make the catch, but we'll see, talking about the West Ottawa Pirates, we will see them at 11 o'clock first pitch, facing off against Watson Elite in our other semifinals game. 2 semis here this morning, and then a championship game at 1 o'clock. Another time is called here from the Diamond. Really making sure they're on the same page here. Really using up some time. And we'll get resumed at a 1-1. Kimberly fouls this one back as well. And a 1-2 count. Chance to get out of it here. And it will be a low for ball 2. And so this is continuing to extend here. Probably the longest inning we've had so far here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 pitch. Kimberly flies it to left, moving back, looking for the ball, makes the catch for out number 3 to end the top of the 5th inning. The Colts have a huge inning. They burst out for 4 runs, take the lead. It's 5-4 as the Diamond look to respond when we return for the bottom of the 5th inning.
Showdown, let's go.
Ay, se que tira la pelota así.
La vale lang, tá, Joe? Obtenir. 5-5 inning here. New pitcher coming to the game. It's Noah Bedard, number 27. First pitch. Have themselves a lead and will look to defend it here.
See if they can make it happen. That one's up high for a ball. So a 1-1 count. It's a leadoff lefty here for the Diamond. The 1-1 pitch popped up and back. That's looking to get over the fence, and it will for strike two. Just away for ball two. So Bonin in the leadoff spot here for the Diamond. 2-2. Up high, ball three. Works a full count here to start things off. And we'll have a payoff pitch here from Bedard. Gets him! Strike three! So a quick one down here for the Colts. And here's Soto for the Diamond. Soto looking to get things started here for the Diamond. Get on base. Bedard looking to shut him down. He is a great pitcher. Remember watching him last year at Provincials have some beautiful outings where he just came in or even started the game and just shut things down. And well, he's given the task here in the semifinals game to shut things down here for the Colts. 1-0 pitch. Soto pulls it right to the parking lot for a strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Away for ball two. So Soto, the righty, and the Diamond, who exploded for 4 runs early on in this game, haven't fun a run since. And Soto will get hit in the back with that pitch, and we'll see a walk. Gets a runner on. Noah's going to have to shake that one off. As he looked strong through 2 batters, just unfortunately got away from that one and walk a batter. Here's Boucher to the plate. One will go to second. The throw from Ward. The tag. Not there. Gets out of his glove, but the throw was there. The throw was definitely had enough pace on it to potentially get the out, but successful steal there from Diamond moves a runner to a scoring position. Boucher pops it up into foul territory, will get out. So a 1-1 count after the first two pitches, and Bedard takes a look back at Soto at second. And he'll step off and make sure Soto gets back. And he will. One. Foul back from Boucher. A little bit of a slow swing there, maybe hesitant. Will foul back for strike two against him. And a chance for Bedard to find a strikeout here. And fouls it back once more. We'll stay in it at a 1-2. Nice protection there from Boucher. As he'll take his time and step back to the plate. Bedard found a strikeout earlier, looking to make it 2. Here's a 1-2 again. Boucher pops it up. The infield, who's going to call it, will be the shortstop, moving his way onto the grass, makes the grab for out number 2. Lane Harrington, the one underneath of it. And here's Bilodeau for the Diamond with 2 down. Runner in scoring position at second. That's game tying run over at second base. First pitch to Bilodeau, goes swing and fouls it back. And now he's felt it. If the Bedard, the Colts can get out of this inning without allowing any runs and retaining their lead would be huge for their confidence. Strike 2, the call. Clips the outside, and now Bilodeau's down 0-2. Has to protect. Bedard trying to send his team to the bats with a lead. We'll step off and just take a look at Soto over there at second. Make sure he's not getting too aggressive. 0-2. Popped up from Bilodeau. Flies it to center, moving in, makes the grab, ends the 5th. Fans getting loud here for the Colts, the home team. And it's a big 6th inning incoming. Potential final inning of baseball here in the semifinals. The Colts hold a 1-run lead, looking to extend it when we return for the top of the 6th.
Score. 5-4 Colts. 5-4. One, 2, 3. Come on, boys. Come forward. Let's go. I don't know. Last
year, I haven't spent that.
Come on. Let's go, Diamond. Okay. Top of 6 now, so. Yeah. Started right at 9 o'clock.
Top of the 6th inning here, potential final inning of baseball here in the semifinals, leading things off number 24, Lucas Ward. And the Colts have fought this whole game to get back into it, now find themselves up by 1 and looking to hold on to it and potentially create even more of a cushion here in the top of the 6th. 1-0. Ward pops it up, chance for it. It's in the infield, will drop down. And it's a fair ball as they went for it in fair territory, so Lucas Ward will get aboard first base, it looks to be. As it tips off his glove. And, well, first runner aboard here for the Colts. That's huge. There's a play in the infield where the catcher and the pitcher both went for it. A little bit of a collision, tips off his glove. Here's Noah Bedard. It's Bordeaux back at the mound for his second inning of work. But Bedard had a very successful inning in the bottom of the fifth at the mound. Shut things down, kept it with a one-run lead for the Colts. First pitch for Bedard shows bunt. They barely get the tip on it. Could be enough. Throw to first. Will be there, but will advance the runner to second. So Bedard with a successful bunt attempt. Little sacrifice bunt there as he'll be out. But runner now in scoring position at second base. And that's all the Colts are worried about. Wanting to get him home. Here's Gallup. First pitch for Gallup. He liked it. A little bit of break on that ball, though, from Bordeaux to get strike one. And so a mound meeting here between the pitcher and the catcher will get on the same page. Gallup will step back to the plate here. Down 0-1. That's away for ball one. And we'll split the first two pitches 1-1. If Gallup was able to advance the runner, his goal is just going to be to advance that runner. They just want a bit more than a one-run lead hanging into a do-or-die bottom of the sixth. They will be for the Diamond. That's another beautiful pitch. Little off-speed, little curve on it to hit the strike zone for strike two. And now a 1-2 count. And a potential strikeout here. Gallup needs to battle. 1-2 pitch. Outside and away, gets through. Runner will go to third. And Ward will be a base hit away. Nice heads-up play there soon. As that ball got past Loran, he was gone. And with only one out, the Colts are just searching for a base hit. Gallup in the 2-2 count. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Gets him. Strike three, the call. As it clips the top of the zone for out number two. Close call. Nice pitch there to finish him off from Bordeaux, and here's Lane Harrington. The focus, get runner home from third. First pitch to Harrington, the lefty, could come into benefit here. Strike one will clip the bottom of the zone. So Harrington goes down 0-1. Now we've seen it though. 0-1 pitch. That one's way away. Maybe try to start it way outside and maybe just try to bring it back towards the strike zone, but Bordeaux kind of loses it there. We'll see ball one. 1-1 pitch. Harrington will stare it down. Runner's going to come home as it bounces off the catcher. And the Colts score another run. Lucas Ward with a heads-up play. And the Colts have a 6-4 lead. That was the goal of the Colts. Get a runner home, get a bit more of a cushion. It's a two-run ball game. And no runners aboard here anymore for the Colts. Ball 3. And a chance for a walk here if one more ball comes through. (3-1). Harrington ground ball. Scoop from second, throws to first, out number 3. Will end the top of the 6th. We go to a do or die bottom of the 6th inning here for the Diamond. They need at least 2 runs to potentially force extras or 3 runs to walk it off. If the Colts can shut things down, they will book a ticket to the finals here later today at 1 o'clock. Huge bottom of the 6th upcoming. The Diamond need 2 to try to stay alive when we return.
Showdown, let's go. Big man. All done. Voy Matito, está en la bala, está en la bala. Mami, el baile. Hey, let's go, big man. Come on. Oh, big play, Lola. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Big guy,
Bottom of the 6th, final inning. The Diamond need 2 runs to stay alive. The Colts 3 outs away from a berth to the finals. Noah Bedard back at the mound for a second inning of work, looking to shut things down. It's ball 1 away, and leading things off here for the Diamond, I believe this is Turgeon. 1-0, shows bunt, bunts it up the third baseline, will spin into foul territory for a strike. So a 1-1 count, that's outside, ball 2. And a 2-1 count now after that last pitch. Here's 2-1 from Bedard. Shows bunt again. This one near the third baseline. Bedard scoops it, throws to first, high up, and not able to be caught by Kimmerly. Turgeon gets on board with the bunt and brings tying run to the plate now. It's Berbili, top of the order here for the Diamond. Perfect timing for themselves. And the Diamond getting loud. Both these teams, the energy is high, as well as the nerves. Ball 1 away. Takes a hard bounce, gets through the catcher. Turgeon will go to second and advances to a scoring position as they continue to. Advance bases, and wow, a runner at second base and a 2-1 count. 2-0 count, make that part of me. Berbili just trying to get on base. 2-0 pitch. Strike one. Will clip the outside. Two 1 count. No one knows the task at hand. The 2-1 pitch. Berbili gets a hold of it, sends it to left. Two outfielders diving. Effort not there. Will get down. Runner will come home as Turgeon. The throw will keep Turgeon at third. And it's a double for Berbili to get two runners in scoring position here for the Diamond. And with no outs, tying run is now at second base. Here's Laurent at the plate. He's got an opportunity to do some damage. He's got the task of trying to tie up this game. The Colts just need one out at a time. It's 2 to tie, 3 to walk it off for the Diamond. Anything under 2, the Colts win. First pitch to Laurent. And a huge at-bat here. Every pitch is so important. First pitch from Bedard. Fouls it back for a strike. Gonna focus back up. 0-1. Make it 0-2. Strike 2 the call. As Laurent will take it looking. And Bedard a chance for a strikeout here. Looking to find it. We'll see if he has some balls to work with. 0-2. Laurent will stare it down for ball 1. Good take. But Bedard having some balls to work with here. Doesn't need to throw the strikeout pitch right away. He can wait until he wants to deliver it. Him and Ward get on the same page. Here's the 1-2. Inside, ball 2. So a 2-2 count now. Bedard will step back up to the hill. 2-2 pitch. That one's hit sharply to center. One will come around. Tying run will stay at third. They'll play it safe. But Turgeon will get one. And it's an RBI single for the Diamond and a 1-run ball game. So tying run now at third and game-winning walk-off run at first. And with no outs, the Colts are in a bit of a situation here. Time will be called and we'll see Coach go and talk to his infield. Get everybody on the same page. This is coming into this inning up by 2. And they have themselves in a bit of a pinch. Runners in the corners. No outs. And Coach will come out and get everybody ready to go on the same page. In a game where a winner goes to the finals here later today at 1 o'clock. Plays the winner of other semifinals coming up. Scheduled first pitch at 11. You have to think that might be delayed by a little bit. And here's Canho. And time will be called once more. And it seems that will do it for Noah Bedard. They'll switch their pitcher. Looks to be the decision. They'll bring in Dylan Kimmerly here with no outs.
mais c'est ça. Une fois que tu t'appelles d'abord, tu t'en vas, comme t'as pas. Tu peux pas dire, ah, ouais.
And so we'll see what will happen here. There's a bit of confusion in the field. Looks to be as both coaches, or maybe they won't be allowed to potentially change their pitcher. We'll see what it will be. As it looked like we were switching pitchers here to Dylan Kimmerly, but as he has the ball in his hands. But umpires will have a discussion. It's Canho at the plate. I'll have a discussion with both coaches. Bedard will join the infield, and Kimmerly will warm up. Dylan Kimmerly comes into relief here with 0 outs, tying run at third, walk-off run at first. Kimmerly will take his warm-up in a situation where they need him big time. Needs to come up big here for the Colts. The top of the order has been strong here for the Diamonds so far. Perfect timing for them to come up in the bottom of the 6th. And Can, who pitched I believe the last inning there for the Diamond, will have an at-bat here, and his most important probably of the tournament. And so Kimmerly will take to the mound. In a huge moment. Needs to be accurate now. Can't afford for much error here for the Colts. Game on the line. Kimmerly at the mound. And here we go. We're back underway here in the bottom of the 6th. Canho at the plate. First pitch from Kimmerly. Runner will go to second. Ball 1 outside. Now walk-off run at second base in a scoring position as they let him go. One 0 count. Up high, ball 2. Kimmerly just needs to focus on the strikes here now. Just give Canho an early lead. There's the 2-0. Down the middle, strike 1. So he'll fight one back, make it 2-1. If Canho gets on base here, it does not matter whatsoever if he walks and gets on first. As a base runner, he won't matter, but as a batter here at the plate, he very much does matter. It's now 3-1 in the count. So Kimmerly will up against it now. Needs to find the strike zone, down 3-1 in the count. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Put Canho over at first. As I said, probably maybe benefits the Colts here as they have an extra runner to get out on the base path. And the only runner who really matters is third and second. So just gives an extra runner for potential out here for the Colts. Here's Aubin at the plate. And a huge at-bat still with no outs, up high, ball 1. Now it's a forced play at every bag and home plate. 1-0. Aubin, slow chopper. Bedard will slow it down, they'll throw it home, get the force out at home, for out number 1. That saves a run. Nice play by Noah Bedard, who goes from the mound and still impactful at third base. with one down. Here's Bordeaux. Still bases loaded here, though, for the Diamond. But that was huge. The fact that Kimberly walked the batter was a force play at any bag. Heavy swing for Bordeaux for strike one. But that walk came in big benefit for Kimberly, which forced the runner to go home. Here's the 0-1. Just away, ball one. And the nerves got to be high for both these teams. Bordeaux trying to boost the Diamonds to a victory and come back. Kimberly trying to shut things down. Contact for Bordeaux in the field of the second baseman for out number 2. And it's 2 down from the Colts. What a battle it's been. And with the bases loaded, it comes down to Boulay. The Colts are 1 out away from booking a ticket to the finals later today, and that was Ollie Gallup at second to make the catch for out number 2. And what a moment. Everett Walton seems to be going out to second base. But at a time when there was 2 runners in scoring position and 0 outs, it seems like it looked like the Diamond were going to will their way to a victory. Now it comes down to this. Boulay, 2 outs, down by 2. Go swing and strike 1. And Kimberly is heating up. 1 out is needed for the Colts. 0-1 pitch. Up high, ball 1. Ward's got to be sharp with pitches like that, as if anything gets through, we could see a potential runner come home. The 1-1. Up high, ball 2. Moves us to a 2-1 count. Boulay's got to be feeling the nerves, as same as Kimberly. 2-1. Pops it up, foul territory, strike 2. And the Colts are 1 strike away from victory. A huge pitch incoming. Kimberly came to this one, 2 runners on, 3 outs needed. He's